What is good, people, and welcome back to the YouTube channel and another episode of Displaying Classic. We are one day out. It is all systems go. As you've seen, I checked in with Dan this morning in a slightly different check-in environment, and we woke up slightly tighter than anticipated. We had a day full off our feet yesterday, as you know, eating, and it's brought through some serious condition, looking relatively dry. So it's the control day today. So a little more food and a little more water going in than initially planned as a result of this morning's information. We done another round again 30 minutes later with 500 mils of fluid in there, and we looked even tighter, even leaner. So we're essentially putting in a very similar amount of food to yesterday. I'll give you exacts when I get back home, but we've had to dash out to the supermarket to shop for today's day of eating. And then we have a big morning of prepping food, getting my first meal in ASAP. Then we will be heading to Ripped Gym Basildon, which is a gym that's been on my bucket list for a very long period of time, to complete our final pump up session. And we're also going to be seeing Dan in person for the first time in, God, over 6 months. I haven't actually seen him in person on prep, so very excited to get, we're just trying to navigate some Watford roads. We're going for it, people. Oh, bother. Shit. So we are going to be seeing Dan in person so we can check over me in the flesh, see what the visuals are looking like. But essentially, we just want to hold the look ready for tomorrow. So it's going to be close management for the entire day. And like I said, I'll give you exact plan of action once I've got home and got the first meal in front of me, because that is the absolute priority. So I can get enough meals in and train at the time that we think we're going to be on stage, around about that 12 o'clock. So I think it's really important to replicate that where possible. So we have a plan of action and information ready for tomorrow. So we're going to get back, we're going to prep food, and we will catch up with you then on the exact POA of today at one day out. What the hell? Okay, people, still all systems go. We are tucking in to my pre-workout meal for the final pump up session before the first show of the season. I'm going to briefly run you through the change plan for today. So we have 3,479 calories going in today, 250 grams of protein, 75 grams of fat, and 450 grams of carbs. So a relatively moderate set point for all macronutrients there, just because we're trying to hold the look. We don't want to blitz through a load of carbohydrates, keeping protein low and fats low. So we're just trying to sustain the look here. So that is what we're going for. We're also upping the fluids from what we initially planned. So we have 6 liters of fluids going in, but we will cut that off by 7 p.m. This is to drive that last bit of diuresis. So you will pour water at 7 p.m. tonight. You'll then start to excrete a load of fluid throughout the night as a result of pulling majority of that water earlier in the day. We then pair that with 6,000 milligrams of vitamin C spread across all meals up until that point to continue driving some mild diuresis. And then we will expel lots of fluids throughout the night, wake up in the morning looking on the money for show day. So that is the plan of action. We keep salt consistent throughout the entire day across all meals still, so still 12 grams of salt, oral staying exactly the same, and that's pretty much it really. So I'm very excited to get in there and move some food around and see the visuals in the gym. It's going to be nothing extensive in there because we don't want to blitz through all the stored glycogen that we've put in place over the past few days. It's just to shuttle those nutrients to the final few areas that we want to bring a bit more fullness to, and just have a good assessment of the physique at essentially 24 hours out. So I'm going to tuck into this cream of rice here. We've got 80 grams of cream of rice, 100 grams of banana, 40 grams of whey isolate with 20 grams of dark chocolate. And then we've got an hour drive straight to the gym, pump up session, in-person check-in with Dan, check into the Airbnb, get me tan on, athlete registration, prep the final meals for the day, and then hopefully there's going to be a real opportunity to take our foot off the gas and relax this evening. Because stress doesn't exist in peak week. Remember that. Stress isn't a thing. What is stress, right? We're fine. Even though we're busy, even though it's firing on all cylinders, we're going to go with the flow. So I shall see you guys at the gym.
Quarter. Tight. Real tight. Jeez, yeah. You're following the shoulders like this leg is going on. You spread them out here and take that leg, sweep on the forward here. So I mean it's going to be dependent on the pressure. So the pressure almost makes you go out to sweep off your foot. Go away, like the issue is the weak leg is fully frontal on. Yeah. The good leg is
now all I've been doing is offsetting it to make it closer, but not rotating to make it bigger.
Yeah. That's the problem. Yeah.
So once again, another big rush, but Dan checked on us post-workout. He's super happy. I felt super tight. Really, really easy to get a pump today, which is a great proxy that we are saturated with glycogen, because I felt like after one warm-up set, I had an instant pump, and it lasted for the entire workout as well. So we are now on our way to get the base layer tan. We've got post-workout meal going in here. A random combo, banana, almond butter, chicken, rice, all eaten cold, but it's all going in nevertheless. And we just briefly checked in at the Airbnb, which is amazing. We'll do a little Airbnb tour when we get back. And the lovely gentleman was letting us in. He's like, oh, what brings you down here? I was like, well, I'm competing tomorrow. And he goes, oh, your next door neighbour's competing as well. He's like, his name's Joe Gann. I'm like, the ops are next door. So I know Joe. I speak to Joe quite a bit on Instagram, and he is a phenomenal athlete, and he'll be well in the running for the overall tomorrow, I'm sure, and it'll be a great battle against him. But the chances of any Airbnb you could book, he is literally next door. And I was replying to his Instagram story earlier today saying, oh, your Airbnb looks really nice, got a good check-in spot. Completely oblivious that that was going to be next door to where we're staying. So what are the chances of that? I don't know, hilarious. So I'll be going to see him at the town in a minute and saying a hello neighbour. So we're going to go get this base layer tan on, just get back to the Airbnb, get the final meals prepped, then it's back out to athlete registration, and then we can really relax for this evening, because this whole day has been all go. But I'm not stressing, just going with the flow, and just looking forward to winding down and kind of relaxing. The visuals are there, we're on track, so everything is going to plan as of now.
The only thing is
raining.
Yeah, it's pouring down with rain. Thanks. That's also
So we've got a cop sock selection for today. You little dinosaur. What goes on when you get a tan backstage, eh? We got sticky feet so you don't get tan feet, and I hate taking these off.
Can I paint your toes now?
Yeah. Anybody with a foot fetish? There you go, it's me trotters. Okay guys, first layer of wall paint has been acquired. There were some big boys back there. Oh my word, it's so different. Like the last tanning tent that I've been in was a natty event, and that was certainly not so natty. There were some big boys back there, but you never know. They might be in the open bodybuilding classes. They might be in classic. And you're just never aware of how you're looking yourself. You're just looking at everybody else thinking, Jesus Christ. But it looks like quite a nice colour. It's sat well. So that's first layer on. So we're going to head back to the Airbnb first to get some meals sorted and just try and drop the rest of our bags off before we come back in for athlete registration in about an hour and a half. We've seen the stage though. So most definitely feeling real now. So guys, welcome to the humble abode. Unit 3, private cinema guest house. We have a garden, which will be perfect for a check-in spot if it isn't pissing down my rain. In we go, through the keyhole. So we've got a lovely bed with a cinema setup, guys. We've got speakers in the roof and a huge wall for the cinema to go on. So we will see how all that works in a bit. We've got all our backs and sides. We've got a little kitchen, got a little table, nice little sofa area. Then we come into a beautiful bathroom. There we go. Wall paint officially on. A lovely bathroom here. So, super tidy. It's got everything we need. Labosh. So we are going to get everything unpacked and truly settle in.
You take that.
Amazing, cheers.
How you doing?
Good, thank you, man. 95, man.
That's you.
95.
Height correct? Yes. Amazing.
Perfect.
We adjusted to put that hand that way. I put the hand straight up.
Yeah, really.
As that leg was back.
And I love the modern look.
What?
I love the modern look.
Now, how dry it is.
Yeah, like even better than post where I love how I feel. I love how, you know, I just love how deep the vacuum can be. I think, and then when that fluids go in, I feel like there's enough